Train Sim World 4 will be coming out next month. So today we are going to be taking a look at what will be featured in Train Sim World 4, followed by some thoughts. Oh yes, we have some strong thoughts on this, and I'm sure you can imagine what they are. But basically, Train Sim World 4, as you can expect, is going to feature routes from the US, from the UK, but this time, instead of from Germany, from Austria, which is also German speaking. And, well, the Train Sim World 4 will be coming out on September 26th, so about 3 weeks later than when it came out last year. And there'll be early access from Thursday, September 21st, with a pre-order, of course, where you can save, I'm sure, 10%. But basically, let's take a look at what will be featured. So we will have 4 routes. Well, 3 routes. The other one's going to be included in one of those special edition or deluxe packages. But we will have an Austrian route. This will be the first Austrian route by Dovetail Games, which will be running from Vorarlberg, Lindau to Ludenz. And it will have the UBB 4024 Talent 1 trains. Then for the US route, there will be the Antelope line, which will be running from Los Angeles to Lancaster, with basically challenging canyon terrain, as you can see there, and the F125 locomotive with Rotem cards. For the UK route, there will be the East Coast Main Line. Now, the East Coast Main Line was featured in Train Sim World 2020, I think the first edition of Train Sim World, but obviously that one was running from a slightly different way. Obviously, this is just another part of the East Coast Main Line for Train Sim World 4, which will be Peterborough to Doncaster, with high-speed LNER, Azuma, and rail tour stretches, so this will be something new. And of course, for those who get the Deluxe Edition, like the Liverpool Liverpool Lime Street add-on, which was the add-on for. This was like the part of the deluxe package. It's more of a retro add-on because more of like a steam train. So, well, in this case, we're going to be getting the Flying Scotsman, which is just the most famous steam locomotive. Okay, so this time it's not actually a route; it's just a train. And then also a Whirlpool BR193 for the Nahverkehr Dresden, which will have some improvements in Train Sim World 4, which is saying there. And then there's going to be a Scenario Planner 2.0 with paths, custom start times, weathers. So support for AI trains, new UI, but still no actual route editor so people can make freeway maps, because of course that would get rid of their monopoly and their ability to make overpriced add-ons. And there will be a livery designer, which is again just okay, yeah, right, whatever. Photo mode, okay, cool, so you can pause the game to take pictures. That's kind of cool actually. I'm not sure if we had that already, I don't think we did. Improvements to the Creators Club, a new scoring system if anyone is into that. Realistically, I don't think that's too interesting. Okay, there's going to be improvements to the interface to make it easier to use. Improved overhead line rendering, so basically just like the overhead wires are going to be rendering a bit better. Some rain effects on the windscreens, and then yeah, okay, look, some weather stuff. Cool, okay. And basically here you can see a little timeline. So within launch we're going to be having TSW4, the 3 lines, and then the 2 locomotives, and an update to the editor. And then within 1 to 3 months there will be a new German route. Then there will be releases from their partners. So Just Trains is going to be releasing a Blackpool to Preston Ormskirk route. Revit Games is going to be releasing a Swiss route, which will be a CH route, and then there'll be a gameplay pack, whatever that is. Don't know what that is. Don't think it's going to be too interesting. And then within 4 to 6 months, there'll be another US route, another UK route, and another German route. And then Revit Games will work on the UK route. Oh, sorry. So basically, no. TSW, so Dovetail Games is going to be working on a new UK route, and then Revit Games is going to be working on another UK route. So there's going to be 2 UK routes coming up in 4 to 6 months. And then over 6 months' time, another Austrian route, another German route, another US route, another UK route, a US local, and a German local. I'm not sure. No, I presume that's a different Austrian route, yes. Interesting that all of a sudden they're focusing on Austrian add-ons. I'm not sure if suddenly there's been a big influx of Austrians playing Train Sim World. Who knows? And then there'll be a updating to the editors, so yes, for Train Sim World 4. But basically, here are some screenshots. You can see here, this is the Austrian train. This is, I think, the American train, and this will be the UK train. And the Austrian route is going to be 70 kilometers long with 28 train stations. and this nice UBB train here. This is the area of within Austria that it's covering. Sorry. There's a screenshot of the train. Then here, oh, what's it this? Okay, I think this is something. So I think actually, okay, so it doesn't actually go into Switzerland. Yeah, there's of course a disclaimer. This is still in the Unreal Engine 5, so it looks very similar to Train Sim World 3, to be honest. Then Train Sim World 4, here is the UK route. Is this the UK? No, sorry, this is the US route. This one is 123 kilometers long, so a lot longer, 13 stations. And this was a passenger train route this time, which is nice, and it's double-decker trains. Looking quite good. And then lastly, we have the UK route. This one is probably going to be shorter. This one, oh no, quite long, 128 kilometers. Long high speed, UK's longest end-to-end route. There you go, running kind of within central mainland Britain. Only flat crossings, so basically this is where the cars have to stop. And then there'll be a variety in the timetables, but looks pretty cool. Quite a different train for the UK route. So I have to say, this time at least the routes are a bit more original. And they're not reusing the UK route from Train Sim World 2. So this with Train Sim World 4, they're focusing on completely new routes. Because with Train Sim World 3, it was a bit disappointing that they just reused them. And here for Train Sim World 4, you can see this is the locos. That will be part of the Deluxe Edition. Sorry, just let to go up for a second, because I think this is the Flying Scotsman's further up somewhere. Yep, there you go, there's the Flying Scotsman, I think. And here also, if we go down, we'll see some of the routes that just trains working on. This is the Blackpool route. And this will be basically a map of the Blackpool route, as you can see here, serving the Blackpool area in West England. That looks pretty decent as well. And that is Train Sim World 4. So yes, Train Sim World is now turning out to be much like FIFA, with there being new editions of the game every year. Now, I don't think they've announced the price, but I can imagine the price will be probably €40. It definitely won't be below 35, considering addons are now €35. I can expect this to be definitely quite expensive. Yes. Now, really, why this is being moved over to Train Sim World 4, I'm not too sure. Because basically, it does seem to be the same Train Sim World 3, just rebranded. These could be released as add-ons. Or this could even end up being €60, who knows, because a single add-on is €35. So if there's 3 different routes, who knows how expensive they'll be. I can't imagine it'll be too generous of an offer. But still, I'd say it'd be better value than buying them separately, although I think there might be versions where you can buy these separately. But yes, that is Train Sim World 4. Let me know what you think about this. I'm sure people are not over the moon about this, because realistically, there isn't much changes. A lot of these changes could be implemented in Train Sim World 3. It's not really a massive leap in Train Sim World 4, not really a massive change. But to be fair, they're still supporting Train Sim World 2, so presumably when this comes out, they'll still be supporting Train Sim World 3. But yes, now we're moving to Train Sim World 4. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Let me know what you think. That is it for now. But I have to say, it is looking better than Train Sim World 3. But I'd say it's going to be more expensive than Train Sim World 3. But I think they probably have taken some feedback on board, because I can imagine people weren't too happy with some of the elements of Train Sim World 3, like reusing routes for the most part. So Train Sim World 4 should be more promising. But folks, that is it for now. Let me know what you think. Until next time.